All right, guys, we're here with Mac McClung and Terrence Shannon Jr. So, Carlos, if you want to go ahead and start us off with some questions.
Mac, I guess if you can speak to that play with about 10 seconds left where you got the deflection, Terrence got the layup, where did you guys kind of get that game plan? And I guess how did that kind of come about in terms of the play, and how did you all see it on the floor?
Yeah, Coach Adams drew up a defense, and we just followed that, executed it. I got lucky enough to get a hand on the ball. TJ tried to claim it when we got in the locker room that he got the steal and the bucket. So he's that kind of teammate. But we just listened to Coach Adams. Coach Adams drew up a great defense, and we executed.
Is that a play you all practiced going into this game, or is that something that he, like you said, he kind of drew up and they kind of saw something at that point?
Go ahead.
We got plenty of pressures, and we use them situational, and that was a situation where we needed it, and Coach drew it up, and we executed.
Terrence, sorry, I was on mute. Terrence, I know everyone's going to look at Mac's stats, but at one point in the second half, he scored 11 straight points to help the team. I guess what were you feeling at that point? Did you kind of feel like the game was coming to you, and how big was that for you guys just to kind of get on that big run there?
I wasn't as aggressive in the first half, and at halftime, Coach Sutton talked to me, and he said we need a big second half, and my teammates, they trusted me with the ball, and I just attacked when I got it and saw the opportunity, and I just made plays happen.
Last one from me for both of you. After what happened on Monday, how much of a confidence booster is this to know you guys can close out a game like that in that sort of fashion in the last minute?
Yeah, it's college basketball. It's every night is a difficult night, and we're just trying to grow. We know our potential and where it can be, and we have to close out games. And obviously on the road at a good athletic long SEC team that getting this dub will really help us going forward with our confidence, and hopefully we can keep this run going.
All right, Eric Kelly, you have a question?
Yeah, Mac, for you, coming off that game earlier this week, where's your confidence offensively, and kind of even when things aren't going well during stretches, how do you stay aggressive on that side of the ball?
Just trying to go through the offense, the motion. Today I think I made a lot of mistakes that I'm not happy with. I'm going to get in the film room and check it out. But I just try to be aggressive through the motion and just keep growing each game. And I'm comfortable with these guys, and these guys are comfortable with me. So we're just going to keep trying to grow.
As a team, Carlos talked about closing out those games. As a team, where does that confidence come from in a tight game? Who is there someone who's louder than the others in terms of speaking out and saying, guys, we gotta, keep our heads?
I feel like we all in our head. We all like the game's not over. As Beard said, he always say play it to the bone, and I feel like that was a great example of today. We were down 6, pressed, and we got stops, and we executed. We just played it to the bone, like Beard always say.
All right, any other questions? I don't see any hands, so all right, we're going to let the players get back. We'll be right back with Coach Beard. Sharp guys.
Oh, man, bro, I'm so happy with you.
All right, here with Coach Beard. So, Joe Yeager, you want to start us off? Carlos, do you want to start us off?
I can. Just that last minute, Coach, just with the way Monday went, I guess how proud of you are of your guys for kind of playing it to the bone, as you like to say, and just being able to be mentally tough.
Yeah, that's exactly right, Carlos. Even if that thing doesn't go our way at the end, you're still proud of the fight. You're still kind of giving yourself a chance by playing it to the bone. That's our terminology in our organization. But, this is – you just got to keep putting yourself in this position. My tune hasn't changed. We've been right there at some tough ones, whether it be Kansas, Oklahoma State, West Virginia. Then we've given ourselves a chance on some nights, Oklahoma, Texas, and now LSU. So there's a poise and a confidence required to win a game down the stretch. And I thought our guys showed that tonight. We made just enough plays on defense, the TJ Shannon block out there at the end. Just enough plays on offense, obviously some big shots. The press came up big for us again, creating a turnover when we needed it most. So, I would just tell you it was a kind of a gutsy game between two good teams, and we made, kind of just the last play of the game is what happened.
Certainly you guys have used the press in other games too to get some turnovers and some obviously the go-ahead shots. What was the talk and what was the thinking behind using the press today, and how did you feel the guys executed it with Matt getting the deflection and Terrence getting a big layup for you all to take that lead?
Yeah, it's a big play. We created some rush turnovers or some rush possessions throughout the game. LSU burned us a couple times on the press too. So, a coaching decision there late and what we want to do. And, I give Coach Adams a lot of credit. It was his call at the end. We knew we had to do something, but we have about 4 or 5 options in our system. And Coach made that call, and I trust him to make calls like that. And fortunately for us, it worked out for us this time.
All right, Joe, did you have a question?
No, not really.
Okay. Eric Kelly?
Coach, Terrence Shannon, after not doing a whole lot offensively in the first half, from your perspective, what did he really do in the second half to have that sort of offensive success?
First of all, I don't know if I've ever heard a reporter in the media say, you got a question, Joe? No, not really. I like that, man. We all got those friends and people in our lives that always have something to say. But then you got an appreciation for the people that sometimes just say, nope, don't really got anything to say.
I'm speechless.
Some of the best teams I've coached, I coached a really good team in the ABA. We were really good. We won 31 straight games. And we'd be in timeouts from time to time, and I'd just be sitting there, and the players would be like, Coach, you got anything to say? And I'd be like, no, not really, man. Just keep playing. So I appreciate that. That doesn't happen every day when the media says, no, I'm good. Eric, your question was about TJ Shannon. I thought his heart was in the right place the whole night. He was dialed in. I think, TJ is kind of like me, competitor, and nobody wants to lose, 3 straight. So I thought some of his maybe not mistakes, but some of his plays he'd like back early were not out of lack of trying, maybe just trying too much. So in the second half, I liked his balance between the 3-point shot and the drive. Made some big plays on defense. This is one of the first times this season that we've had, players telling me, hey, I want to guard him. Put me on him. That's good to see. Sometimes we forget that, TJ and Kev, some of these guys are just sophomores. But it was good to see. I thought TJ got himself started on the defensive end tonight, and that carried over to the offense.
Obviously, a big win for you guys here, and then it doesn't get much easier against OU up next. What can you kind of take from this game and kind of build into the next one as you guys come back to Big 12 play?
Yeah, there's carryovers between all games, especially when you play BCS teams. I think LSU is an NCAA tournament team. I think LSU is a team that as the February goes into March, will be right there competing for, league championship. They're good. They've got a defense that has an identity. It causes turnovers. We had way too many turnovers in the first half, and we were able to take care of the ball more in the second half. They've got obviously an offense with some explosive scoring, and they've got an ability to get to the free throw line. So I think what we take from it is we were able to compete, beat a really good team today. When we get back to Big 12 play, things like rebounding, transition defense, these are going to always be focuses no matter who we play.
All right, guys. Well, we appreciate the coverage.
Hey, Joe, got any questions?
I'm good.
I had a question.
Ben, you got one?
I had a question.
Yeah, Coach, just on Buzo Agbo, I know he only played 8 minutes and none of his shots went down, but he was a plus 11 on the game. He played some big minutes at the end, rebounding the ball. What have you seen from him to, get him in the game some lately?
Yeah, just like Clarence last game, those guys are deserving of more time. That's our plan as the season goes on. We're going to need Clarence to get back going. He played really good against West Virginia. Today, Buzo's deserving of that time. Been playing well in practice, shoots that three-point shot with confidence, has become a player that we trust with ball handling as the season's gone on, and he's trying really hard on defense. Off the top of my head, I thought he made 2 really good plays around the basket competing. I don't know if the stat sheet shows an offensive rebound, but I know he kept the ball alive one time for sure. He has offensive rebound. He was competing on the glass. So we got a lot of confidence in all of our players. It was great to see Buzo contribute today in a win. It's great to see Clarence playing better as well.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it, guys.